Urgent, my friend! A quiet movement is gaining momentum in Las Vegas that could completely transform the fate of the defense and even the offense. While many think the vigil is over, the sidelines are buzzing with possibilities no one expected. And the most shocking thing? One of the most respected names in the NFL is available and staring straight at the Raiders' shield. Corner. For Raiders fans, that word brings more than just memories of defensive plays. It carries tension, expectation, frustration, and, who knows, maybe now, hope. The Raiders' backup position has been a difficult puzzle to solve in recent years. Every offseason, fans' eyes turn to this position, and rightfully so. In a division dominated by elite quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert, you can't afford to hesitate on the defensive perimeter. And the cold, hard truth is that, so far, we haven't found a definitive answer. Today, the projected starting trio includes Eric Stokes, Darian Porter, and Jacorian Bennett. Three names with different backgrounds and different talents, but all still carrying the mark of doubt. Stokes, a former first-round pick, arrives as a bounce-back prospect after battling injuries in recent years. Porter, a third-round rookie, is seen as a long-term project, not a starter ready to face Tyreek Hill or Keenan Allen. Bennett, while showing flashes of speed and aggression, simply doesn't fit the physical prototype that Pete Carroll has historically prioritized in his quarterbacks. Tall, physical, and dominant one-on-one. And that's precisely why the name Stephon Gilmore is resurfacing strongly in Las Vegas inside conversations. The veteran Super Bowl champion and 2019 NFL Defensive Player of the Year is still available. In his recent appearance on the Money Down podcast, Gilmore was adamant. "I want to play this year. It just has to be in the right situation." He's not just looking for a contract, he's intentionally looking for one. And the Raiders can offer just that. In 2024, playing for the Minnesota Vikings, Gilmore proved he's still a factor. He had 56 tackles, 9 interceptions, and 1 interception in 15 games. But more than the stats, what stands out is his consistency, his leadership, and the ability to read the game that only a veteran with over a decade of NFL experience can offer. Players like that don't come along every day, and when they do, they need serious consideration. The Raiders are looking. It's important to say that. There have been negotiations with names like Jerry Alexander, Jalen Ramsey, and Shaquille Griffin, but for various reasons, injuries, high contracts, player preferences, none of these reinforcements have materialized. This makes Gilmore the best option available, especially at a time when stability and experience on the perimeter are needed. Furthermore, Gilmore could play the mentor role this group needs. Imagine Stokes having someone like him in the locker room. Imagine how much Porter and Bennett could improve by absorbing the knowledge of one of the best cornerbacks of the modern era. Gilmore wouldn't just be filling a void, he'd be part of a transformation, a reinforcement that goes beyond the field. And finally, consider the context. Mahomes, Herbert, and even Russell Wilson are in the same division. You need someone who's outplayed and defeated the best. Gilmore has already proven himself to be that guy. If Las Vegas is willing to take that final step defensively, there's no time to waste. Stephon Gilmore could be the missing name to make this unit truly feared. He wants to play, and the Raiders need exactly someone like him. But wait, because this is just the beginning. While everyone is focused on perimeter defense, a quiet but incredibly dangerous duo is starting to turn heads in the middle of the field and could be the silent key to the defensive revolution emerging in Las Vegas. While all the spotlight is on the defensive line, the Raiders may be hiding one of the NFL's most promising duos deep down the field. Jeremy Chinn and Isaiah Pola-Mao arrive for the 2025 season as the new names leading the secondary. And if you haven't memorized those names yet, you're about to understand why. Last season, the starting duo consisted of Trevon Moehrig and Marcus Epps, but now everything changes. Chinn, after leaving the Panthers and shining with the Commanders, arrives in Las Vegas with impressive numbers: 117 tackles, a personal best, 7 tackles for loss, 5 induced fumbles, and 1 interception. A true nightmare for any offense. But the most important thing is his privacy. Chinn plays safety, but with the physicality and game-reading skills of a linebacker. This gives coordinator Patrick Graham a valuable ace up his sleeve, using Chinn at the line of scrimmage, coaching the QB, or shutting down the run game, while Pola-Mao patrols the backfield as a free safety. And speaking of Pola-Mao, what he did when he replaced Epps was noteworthy. He had 89 tackles, 2 TFL, 1 sack, 2 forced fumbles, and 5 pass breakups. All of this without even starting the season. In 2025, with more snaps and confidence, he has everything it takes to become an even more dangerous ball hawk. Few are paying attention to this duo, but perhaps that's even better, because before they least expect it, Chinn and Pola-Mao could be among the biggest names of the season. And speaking of names that could surprise guys, there's a young quarterback who is about to face the biggest challenge of his career, and the Raiders' future could depend on it. If there's one player in Las Vegas who arrives at training camp with more than just a playbook in hand, it's Aidan O'Connell. What he carries is something much heavier, the weight of his future and potentially the future of the Raiders franchise. Let's not forget that the Raiders just wrapped up one of the boldest and most aggressive off-seasons in recent history. They stormed the market, rebuilt the defense, and made headlines by acquiring veteran quarterback Geno Smith to bring stability, leadership, and experience to an offense that desperately needed it. Geno is the gift, that much is clear. But behind the scenes, a quiet competition is brewing. Aidan O'Connell isn't just a backup. He's a question waiting to be answered. And this training camp could be the defining chapter of his story. O'Connell has already experienced what it means to be QB1. He's stepped into hostile environments, challenged elite defenses, and shown flashes of brilliance. Quick reads, composure in the pocket, a strong arm, and most importantly, the toughness that Raiders fans respect. But flashes aren't enough in the NFL. Consistency is currency, and that's where the questions begin. What makes this camp different and monumental is the timing. There's a new coaching staff, a new offensive system, a new culture being built brick by brick, and O'Connell has the chance to be part of that foundation or fade into the background. He's no longer an emergency option or a heat with nothing to lose. He's a third-year player entering the most crucial evaluation window of his career. Geno Smith may be the starter in Week 1, but O'Connell's reps in July and August could determine whether the Raiders already have the quarterback of the future on the roster, or whether they'll return to the quarterback market in 2026. Let's be clear, the Raiders aren't giving anything away. Every snap, every pass, every important encounter, and O'Connell knows it. The pressure is immense, but so is the opportunity. A strong camp could force the coaching staff to adjust schedules. It could create an internal quarterback controversy, or at the very least, solidify O'Connell as more than just a backup. This is about more than depth charts. It's about identity. Will O'Connell be the kind of quarterback who embodies what this franchise wants to become under its new regime? Will he be able to lead when needed and apply even more pressure when not? Because make no mistake, the AFC West is relentless. You either keep up or you get run over. And if the Raiders want sustained success, they'll need more than just a veteran presence. They'll need a young quarterback who can grow, learn, and eventually lead. And maybe, just maybe, O'Connell is that guy. This camp is his audition, not just for this year, but for years to come. What he demonstrates in the coming weeks could resonate in 2026 and beyond. With Gilmore eyeing Las Vegas, Chin and Polamalu ready to die, and O'Connell playing his last card. Are we going to sell the dawn of a new era for the Raiders? Leave your opinion here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, but I'll be back later to update you with the latest Raiders news.